28, Chris Worthing. Batting third, playing first base, number 23, Alec Wilson. Batting fourth and catching, number 10, rookie Allison. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 2, Juju Yano. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 3, Braden Green. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 15, Carson Shoup. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 25, Carson Holroyd. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 24, Evan Huddleston.
Welcome into Sunny Gray Stadium in Smyrna High School in beautiful Rutherford County, where we are set for an elimination game in the Class 3A TSSAA State Baseball Tournament as the Upperman Bees look to extend their season against the South Gibson Hornets. I'm Noah McKay, back on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, live on the main UCR YouTube channel and over the airwaves with our friends at Cookeville Communications. I will be joined at some point by Jacob Vinson. The Gordonsville Tigerettes are in big trouble. They trail 10-4 across the county at McKnight Park in the 7th inning. That finishes. Jacob will join us here, but we'll get you started. Upperman, the road team on the scoreboard here, they lost the coin flip, so they will be batting first, and it will be the same batting lineup today for the Bees as we saw earlier on in a 6-2 loss against the Greenville Green Devils. It came after last night's impressive 4-0 victory over the Chester County Eagles. Justin Fallon leads them off. He'll be followed up by the pitcher today, Chris Worthing. Alec Wilson bats third. Rookie Allison cleans it up. Juju Yano bats fifth. Braden Green batting sixth. Carson Shoup in the 7th spot. Carson Holroyd bats 8th. And Evan Huddleston rounds out the order for the Bees. Their opponent on the mound, the number 3 option for the Hornets. They get the ball to the right-hander, Aiden Moore. And he's trying to extend their season. They've already done that once. A victory earlier today over those Chester County Eagles, 4-3 for South Gibson. So Chester County went over in this tournament. Everybody else alive has won at least one game. Greenville's won 2. They await the winner of this game tomorrow at 2 o'clock, where the Green Devils will have 2 opportunities to punch their ticket to Saturday's state championship game. For the Bees, they're looking to get it rolling offensively. Been a little bit up and down. No timely hits really in that last game against Greenville. Had a couple yesterday against Chester County. They're trying to time up Moore, who they think has the kind of stuff that they can hit. The name of the game for them, though, they need a great start out of Chris Worthing. We'll have plenty of time to talk about him. We mentioned he's their ace in the hole the entire season. They have the MVP of District 7 AAA on the bump on the other side. For South Gibson, the story the entire year has been they feel like they have the depth of arms, but they're trying to turn their tides. They've been a mainstay in this state tournament. They've done absolutely nothing with it. They've already burned their top 2 arms for the remainder of the tournament. They could see Brad Berry. He pitched earlier today, has a few pitches remaining. He started, so Upperman knows he could play a closer role, but once he does that, he's done for the tournament. It's an interesting strategy. Coach Cates continues to do it year after year. Upperman trying to make them pay for it when they have a really good arm on the other side and some good arms behind him. Justin Fallon trying to lead it off in style as he climbs in. Winner advances to the semifinals. Loser's season ends 2 days short of their ultimate goal. Today's broadcast presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing and Gentry's Power Equipment. We welcome you in wherever you're listening from. As Moore's first pitch, the right-hander delivers in a fastball that's chopped over and off the glove of the third baseman. Justin Fallon going to reach, and I believe it's going to be ruled an infield single. That was a leaping tip on the backhand, so it's going to be a single for Fallon, who wastes no time. Struck out on 3 pitches to open up the game earlier. Not so fast this time. Here comes Chris Worthing. Worthing trying to help his own cause. He now leads the team in batting average, just past Fallon in that last game. It's been a little bit of a slump for Justin. Chris continuing to do what he does. Upperman trying to get an early lead. Fallon takes his lead. Moore's first pitch. This one's chopped over Fallon. Moore, he's in the upper 70s, a touch 80s. Fastball, slider, fastball, slider, fastball, slider. From talking to the coaches before the game, that's what they're expecting to see out of him. They think they have a couple of tells on him. We'll see if that lives up. Fallon over at first after the first pitch single. Underway here at Smyrna High School. Upperman trying to extend their season. No stranger to this. 2 years ago, they did this exact path. Losing in that first game of game number 2. You turn around, you have to win 3 straight to get to the championship game. It's not easy, but it is possible. The 0-1. Little check swing and Worthing offered at it. And it's quickly 0-2. Here to the sophomore out of sunny California. A couple of those kids on the team for the Bees. So Moore trying to rally home. He's thrown 3 pitches. All 3 have been strikes so far. Moore glances over towards Fallon, slides home. That one bounces and gets away in a run in scoring position as Fallon heads into second on the wild pitch. You'd love to give Worsing a little run support early. Obviously, he's been elite this year on the mound, but it's never dominant for Chris. It's always traffic on the base paths out of the stretch, bases loaded situation. So if he gets into those, you'd like to have some runs behind him. Aiden Moore now with a runner at second, glances back. Here comes the 1-2 to Worsing. That one dips away and misses, and it's 2-2. We'll keep you updated. Gordonsville trying to stage a massive comeback in the bottom of the 7th. If anybody can do it, it's them, but they're down 6th against Hollow Rock Brewston. The 2-2 coming home to Worsing. He chops this one up the middle. Second baseman has 1 play to make. It's to first in time, but a productive out as Chris Worsing moves foul and 90 feet away, and Alec Wilson will try and bring him home. And again, Worsing has only struck out 5 times this year. He knew he had to put it in play. He does. Fallon goes to third, and infield comes in, and now we'll back off in the middle a bit for South Gibson. Upperman has dominated South Gibson. 3 meetings in the state tournament in the last 4 years, all won by the Bees. They're looking for that to continue today. 1 out on the board. First pitch into Wilson, misses up for ball 1, and Alec came out and battled earlier. He's thrown more innings than anyone in Upperman baseball history. His arm is toast, but he was able to battle and go 6 strong innings for his baseball team and save the bullpen. Here's the 1-0. That one in the outside corner gets the call, 1-1. And you'd love to just put something in play here. Get it deep enough into the air to score a run. The wind has died down a little bit. It was gusting in between games in that 2-hour intermission. But it's all blowing into the park. The 1-1. That one dips low and outside. A good take by Wilson, and it's 2-1. Rookie Allison waiting on deck behind him. Fallon at third. He hit a single on the first pitch of the game. Then a ground out moved him over. He's now at third. 2-1 count here to Alec Wilson. He's in the back of the box. Fastball smacked into right field, but it's tailing foul. Could have been a run. Instead, it's simply strike 2, and the count evens up at 2. We sure are happy to be along with you. Game 4 for UCR today. 2 here, 2 over at McKnight Park. We have 1 championship game tomorrow, coverage of it. Not broadcast, of course, but the DeKalb County Tigerettes in the Class 3A State Softball Championships. Here comes the 2-2 home for Moore to Wilson, and he goes chasing and just able to get a piece of it to stay alive. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes to Alec Wilson. Elimination game. First of this tournament. Not the first for the Bees. They faced elimination in the region tournament, in sub-state, and now here. The 2-2 pitch coming home for Moore, and Wilson sends this one into left field. It's down. Alec Wilson gives the Bees a lead on an RBI single. A great AB for Big Al, and Upperman strikes first. It's 1-0. Put it right over the head of the shortstop, and now he heads down to first, and it brings up rookie Allison. Great start for the Bees as Alec Wilson does what he does. Had a double a day ago against Chester County, and that time gets a clutch hit. The Bees looking for more of that as this ball game moves forward. They want to get behind Aiden Moore if they can in this game. Moore already given up a couple of base hits. He does have the ground out to his name. Wilson with his lead over at first, stays there. First pitch, a little bit up. Good take by Allison. That's been usually the pitch he loves to go at in his career. He lays off that time. It's 1-0. Not the result Upperman wanted earlier, but just a couple of rough innings defensively. They battled. They certainly feel like they can compete with Greenville. They're going to have to tomorrow. They like their depth of arms against almost anybody. It's going to be tested as we move through this game. Here's the 1-0 coming. Allison sends this one a mile into the air in the infield. Shortstop comes all the way across to field it. Goes right across the second baseman. He kind of threw his hands up, and Tommy Baker going to make the catch for out number 2 as Allison flies out, and Wilson forced to stay at first base. Here comes Julian Yano. Juju strides in, the shortstop looking to extend this frame. Yano, if the Bees make it to tomorrow, Ice up, young man. He's going to be on the mound to start against the Greenville Green Devils after throwing 54 a day ago. Him and rookie Allison will both be eligible, but they got to get there first. He's trying to do it with his bat. First pitch from Moore. Yano sends this one way up into the air, into left. Left fielder is under it. It was well struck, but it is a fly out, and it will retire the side. Chris Worsing has a 1-0 lead. The sophomore righty comes to the mound for the Bees when we return. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Bees have a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first inning, and they give the ball to the regular season MVP in District 7 AAA, Chris Worsing, on the mound. On the season, an 8-3 record. This is his 16th appearance, his 12th start, a 2.18 ERA, 4 complete games, 1 save. In 61 innings, Worsing has 67 strikeouts to 23 walks, 19 earned runs allowed. Opponents hitting .248 against Mr. Consistency. It's not always dominant. It's not always the prettiest thing in the world. He's got the fastball, the changeup, and the slider. But he's been really good when they've needed him to come up big. They need him to come up big today. And here's the task for Chris Worsing. 7 complete innings. They need a complete game at a 28. To save every other arm they've got to win the game. But they really, to have a chance of winning this tournament or making it through this tournament, have to get 7 out of Chris Worsing. The South Gibson Hornets, with a record of 32-10, will be led off by Tommy Baker. Top 2 in the order, absolutely lethal with the bats. A little bit of a drop-off. It's certainly a pitcher-heavy team. And they'll look to change that today. First pitch from Worsing. He got him chasing the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. For Chris, that's where he'll hang out, upper 80s with it. Did touch 90 at one point this season when he got a little bit ticked off at a call. He kind of bounces around between 84 and 88. Here comes the 0-1. He throws that big looper, and it misses outside 1-1. That changeup drops down in the upper 70s, the slider in the low 70s. Here comes the 1-1 fastball. This one's sent up into the air in foul territory. Allison gives it a look. He tracks it near the net and just into the grandstands for strike 2. Gage Nesbitt bats behind Baker. Then the Tennessee commit, Cade Allen. He's going to throw for Tony Vitello. Jack Bradbury cleans it up. Cameron Alford bats 5th. Aiden Moore batting 6th. Mark Braffa, he'll bat 7th. His older brother plays at Tennessee Tech. Jack Braffa. Tatum Crosser batting 8th. And Brock Beasley, the center fielder, will round out the order today. 1-2 pitch from Chris Worsing. High heat misses up and out. 2-2. Deuce is wild. And Chris will get himself into some trouble. You like to minimize that today. 2-2 coming home. Fastball. This one sent way up into the air in the infield against the setting sun. Justin Fallon's on his horse. Nobody knows where it is. Juju Yano says, psych, yes I do. Makes the catch for out number 1. That ball hung up in the air forever. And Yano was able to track it from his shortstop position. And Gage Nesbitt will climb in. For South Gibson, 1 run a day ago against Greenville. They scored 4 earlier against Chester County. A 2 spot in the first inning gave them a lead. They were able to maintain that throughout. Worsing out of the windup. Roxon fires that one over the head. And the first real bad miss of the day for Worsing. Second year, of course, came here before his freshman year at Baxter out of California. So I'm sure we have a lot of California fans tuning in as always. The 1-0, good pitch right on the outside corner. It's 1-1. And Nesbitt in the very back of the batter's box. The 1-1 again. Trying to throw that slider, and he's just not gripping it. A little head shake from Worsing as it starts up, and that's where he wants to start, about at the eyes, and then dive it down across. And again, I call it a slider because he calls it a slider. A lot of people think it's a curveball, but Chris says it's a slider as the fastball's chopped over, and it's 2-2. Carson Holroyd, who catches for him a lot, says it's a curveball. But it's Chris's pitch, so we'll give him what he wants. It's 2-2. Nesbitt awaits. Worsing fires. Again, it's just not coming out clean. Starts out way too far, and 3-2. Trying to set the table for that Tennessee commit, Cade Allen, who's on deck. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch from Worsing. Fastball, this one flicked up into left field. Going to be a very tough play, but right there is Evan Huddleston. Got a really nice jump, shadowing in with the wind. 2 up, 2 down for Worsing and the Bees, and it'll bring up Cade Allen. And one good thing for Chris in this game, there's no pitch count watching until he sniffs over 100 because he's going. This is his last outing of the year, barring something crazy happening. He can go 120. Here's Cade Allen. Those 95 maxes out. Now the slider's starting to work a little bit. Still misses inside. Ball 1. Started yesterday against Greenville, and the Green Devils were able to get to him. He ran out of steam, and they burned him for the entire tournament. Here comes the 1-0. Worsing revs up the fastball at the knees for strike 1. And if that's going to be a strike for both teams, it's going to be a pitching duel because that's tough to get to. Here comes the 1-1. Worsing tried to go right back, and that time puts it across the middle, and he's ahead 1-2. Trying to close out a really strong first inning is Chris Worsing. Here comes the 1-2 home to Allen. Fires the fastball. That was maybe the changeup, rather. Just fouled back, and it's 1-2. Worsing with those blonde locks. They bleached their hair, as they always do before coming to state. 1-2 pitch coming home to Allen. That one misses up and in. 2-2. And to steal a phrase from Jacob Vinson, effectively wild is what Worsing is. Sophomore rocks and fires the 2-2. Foul tipped, and that caught rookie Allison, and he's a bit hobbled. And the home plate umpire going to go out and hand the ball to Worsing as rookie tries to walk that one off. That does not feel good. Got him where the pads aren't. It's a good pitch. And what you expect out of a really good hitter. He fouls it off. Cade Allen, a junior. Live on YouTube. Been shared. Yep, we're definitely live. So, taking his time. Good move by the home plate umpire. Rookie's back in there. He's all right. 2-2 count again coming to Cade Allen. He kicks and deals. That one misses up, and we run full 3-2. That was an 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Worsing. He's working. The 3-2 out of the windup. Swung on this one, sent out into center. Well struck, but it's right at Justin Fallon. Backs up a few steps, adjusts, and makes the catch to retire the side. A great start for Chris Worsing. He sets down the top of the order, 1-2-3. Bees will look for more, leading 1-0 in an elimination game in the Class 3A state tournament, presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Amanette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction